Here we have our place value blocks. Each one of these blocks represents a different place value. This block here represents the ones. See how there is only one block on its own. Therefore, it represents the ones. When we get 10 of these blocks together, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, we can replace these 10 ones for one 10 block. If I make this a little bit bigger, you should be able to see that there are 10 little ones blocks all joined up together. Count them with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now if I got 10 of these 10s blocks together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you know what block I would be able to replace that for? Have a think about it. 10 tens is the same as 100. Now let's have a look at the hundreds block. How many hundreds, which are these ones here, how many hundreds would I need to make 1,000? Do you know? That's right, I would need 10 hundreds blocks to make 1,000. Let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here we have 10 hundreds blocks. 10 hundreds blocks is the same as 1,000 block. Okay, we're going to have a look at the number that is at the top of our page. This one right here. This number is 1,200. What we're going to do is we're going to put the number 1,200 into the expander that is below. This here is called the expander. So as you can see, the number 1,200, we broke it up. We have 1,000 and 200s in this number. What we're going to do on the expander is show different ways of representing the same number. So we have, on the next line of our expander, we have 12 written in the hundreds. So 1,200 is actually the same as 12 hundreds. It is still the same number, it is just a different way of representing it. And as we move down our expander again, we have the number 120 in the tens column of the expander. So 1,200 is the same as 12 hundreds, and it's also the same as 120 tens. We still have the same value, we are just changing the way we are representing the same number. So we have 120 tens. And then as we move down into our ones, 1,200 is also the same as 1,200 ones. Those tiny little individual cubes, we would need 1,200 of those cubes to represent the number 1,200. Here I have the number 10,000. And below I have one of these things which is called a number expander. You'll notice that the word thousand, hundreds, tens and ones is written on my number expander. What we're going to do is put the number 10,000 into our expander. How many thousands are there in the number 10,000? That's right, there are 10,000 in the number, 10,000s in the number 10,000. So let's write the 10 next to the word thousand in our expander. And then we can see how many hundreds. So let's have a look at the hundreds column, which we know is this one here. In our hundreds column, we have no hundreds. So we're going to put a little 0 to represent that there are 0 hundreds. And number 0 in our tens. Let's have a look at our tens column here. And finally, we're looking at our ones. So we're going to hold that place value with a 0 as well. So you can see that we have now put 10,000 into our expander. Now the next line of our expander doesn't have a thousands column, so we need to look at how many hundreds we would need to make up 10,000. Now remember, hundreds blocks are the ones that you will see on your screen. This is a hundreds block. How many of these will we need to make 10,000? That's right, we will need 100 hundreds blocks to make 10,000. Notice how we still have the same number of digits in our expander. So up here we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All we are doing is changing, we're not using the thousands blocks anymore, we're only going to use hundreds. So now we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits in 10,000. We haven't changed the number, we have just changed how we are representing it. So let's have a go with not using hundreds anymore, we're just going to use tens blocks to represent 10,000. Now let's think about it. How many tens blocks would we need to represent 10,000? Yep, that's right. We would need 1,000 tens blocks to represent 10,000. All right, and let's have a look at ones. How many ones would we need? How many ones are in 10,000? That's right. There are 10,000 ones in 10,000. Alright, this is the last number we're going to try to put on our expander. This number, I would like you to try saying to yourself in your head. Say it to yourself first. Alright, so I hope you said 39,425. So we're going to have a look at this number and we're going to have a look at how many thousands are in this number. Well, we said it to ourselves, there are 39 thousands in this number. How many hundreds are in this number? Let's have a look at the hundreds column. We have 4 hundreds. And then we're going to have a look at the tens. How many tens? 39,425. So we have 2 tens and how many ones? That's right, 5 ones. Now we're going to look down to the next line on our expander. So 39,425 is made up of 39 thousands, 4 hundreds, 2 tens and 5 ones. Now, how many hundreds is that made up of? How many hundreds would I need? Let's think about it. If I have 39 thousands and 4 hundreds, I would have 394 hundreds, 2 tens and 5 ones. Alright, next line of our expander. We're putting it into tens. How many tens would I need to make up 39,420? I would need 3,942 tens blocks and 5 ones to represent that same number. And in our ones, well, that's an easy one, isn't it? We would need 39,425 ones. So that is how we change and rearrange our number to represent the same value. I hope that you have learnt from this video how to represent the same value and expand our numbers.